So I'm recording this, Oban. So everybody's going to watch this later on tonight.
Right.
I'm also filming. I've got my GoPro filming me. So I'm going to edit. I'm going to try and edit a little bit.
It's fine.
But for everybody who's watching, so this is Oban Jones, and he's the mastermind behind this deck, the Sleepers, the first deck that has your name on it.
I know. I'm pretty psyched.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I got mine in the post and kind of lost my shit pretty much straight away. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's always different, like when you're seeing everything all the time on a screen when you're designing it, and then all of a sudden you get this real thing in your hands. Yeah,
it made it sort of, the whole thing was real by that point. Yeah.
So for everyone who's listening, so you and me, you did some work for Ellusionist on their Prohibition.
Yeah, I did all the illustrations for the court cards on the Prohibition, and then did the whole of the Disparis deck.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was sort of my first outing of doing a full deck.
And I think I met you like maybe a year ago, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And so what I did, what's funny is you were working on the Prohibition with Mike, and at the same time I was looking for designers for Madison Presents. So I put this post up online saying, all designers, if they want to, potentially work on playing cards with me. So I put it on my own Twitter and stuff. I said get in touch, and then Mike gave me a call and says, why don't you check out, Oban Jones is working with me. And I was like, this is first I know, because I didn't see any of the Prohibition decks at that point.
Yeah.
So he showed me the decks that you were working on, and I was like, perfect. I didn't even need to put any posts up or do anything like that, So that's where we first met, and I told you about the Madison Presents idea. We didn't really have anything planned, just an idea to do playing cards, and this was kind of the first thing. So what do you remember about this? I mean, I remember having a simple idea of, a deck of playing cards where the court cards are asleep, and then you already had kind of something, ideas and things in the works for something like this.
Yeah, there was something to that sort of idea of them being asleep, that it was so different from what I'd seen before.
Yeah.
That it really jumped out at me. And then it was when we started bringing quotes into it that the whole thing sort of took on a life of its own. And then the challenge ended up being coming up with the quote or finding the quote.
Yeah.
But
there's one in there from you too.
Yeah.
The quotes are great. I mean, yeah. I think they really give the deck so much identity.
My favourite's definitely the Tiger one, though.
The Tiger, what's that? Like the Jack of something.
Yeah.
Jack Diamond.
What is it?
Tiger got to sleep, bird got to land. Yeah, that's really good.
What's the whole one? Tiger gotta kill, bird gotta fly, man gotta say, why? Tiger gotta sleep, bird gotta land, man gonna tell himself that he understand.
Wow, if only we could have fit all that.
Yeah, I know. Maybe make like the cards like 4 foot wide or something. Just put like a whole paragraph on it.
That's funny. We said right from the start, if we're gonna do this, let's do something like serious. So we changed pretty much everything about playing cards with these.
Yeah.
Like the index is below the suit, which is hardly ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen that, to be honest. The suits themselves are completely unique.
The whole thing behind it was, okay, so we're coming in it from a different angle. We've got the quotes on the cards. Let's strip the whole thing back to its absolute essence. Yeah. So once you get back to that core, you can then build back up again.
Yeah.
And go in any direction you want, because you've started at that same core point. It's always going to band in a way that is clearly recognizable, new and exciting because it's sort of unashamedly different, but still completely recognizable as a playing card.
It's such a cool deck as well. I remember we were speaking a lot about, we were both a fan of minimalistic and like I remember saying lines a lot. Let's just stick to line designs, you know, very simple, very
just that sort of Art Deco geometric shape. Yeah, just stripped right back to just what you need to make a card. We
went through quite a few different like changes. I mean, I know the back design changed a little bit. Like we strayed a little bit from the original design, but I think what we've ended up with is just incredible. I don't think it could have been better, to be honest.
No, it's not too far off the sort of the original. Because I was having a look back through like the concepts a couple of days ago, and there's hardly anything that's actually shifted between the first sort of, hey man, what do you think of this? I've, you know, drawn something on a piece of paper to how they've actually turned out.
I think everything from your original sketches is in this deck. I don't think much changed from your original, especially the suits and the way that they're all kind of gathered together, you know, in the middle of the card. That's a really nice idea.
Well, I mean, that's sort of again tied into just the minimalism, just keeping everything as simple as possible. Like, does it need to take up that much room? Can we just have it as right in the center?
Yeah. Just
small as you can make it, but still be, pow, I know what this is.
I like how we've kept kind of, I really like the idea of having like a kind of a dark tone to them, like as in when you look at them core cards. It's a very, very nice, clean, very, well, not bright, but very white deck. But when you start reading those cards, it's kind of, there's a little bit of, you know.
It's because most writers are miserable bastards, to be honest.
Like Edgar Allan Poe in there.
Like to open moan. That's what they like.
So the deck itself, I mean, Ace of Spades is cool. Just the eye, all-seeing eye. Also in there we got those two jokers, which are just the eyes too. Gaff card. I'm speaking out loud, looking through the deck. But yeah, the quality is perfect as well, because we wanted a better quality too. So it's strayed a little. It's gone a little bit a different direction to my usual decks. It's a little bit thicker, but it's definitely sturdier and it feels great. It feels perfect. Looks amazing. Whatever you do with the deck, looks so good. And the box as well. Like most of the time, like especially with my previous decks, the box is always so simple. It's just the back design and then the name on the front. But you put a lot of work into the box.
It was because we'd stripped the cards back so much. I thought it'd be nice if all that sort of simplicity was in quite a complex package. So there's something to break through. There's like I tried to make sure it didn't get confusing. It wasn't that overly complex. It was just visually quite abrasive. But it's got a relatively complex aesthetic that you break through, and then your sort of reward is this sort of brutal simplicity inside.
Yeah, I remember we went through a few different boxes, but I think we finally decided that just like the deck, we didn't have to overcomplicate the box. Because I remember at one time we were talking silver foil on there and all kinds of different fancy bits, but.
Fireworks and light shows.
But I don't think we needed it. Like when you see this, I wouldn't change this box for anything.
No. I'm so happy with how it turned out. You know, it's an absolute treat.
So you know, when you were doing the court cards, like how did you initially like start drawing them? Was it just kind of, did you have this kind of image in your head first? Like, is it true to your first idea, or has it changed a lot?
There's elements of my first idea in all of them. They all sort of grow and evolve as you're actually making them. But there's always a nugget of that first idea that sticks with them throughout. The quotes on these sort of always influence that first idea. So, if, for example, like with yours, only in his death can a king live forever. You've got that. Okay, what's first idea? Live forever. Time. Clocks.
Yeah.
Clocks. We've got clocks. We've got egg time. We've got that kind of hourglass. Even.
Yeah.
You've got that sort of imagery straight away, and that was like the first. Right. There we go. And then it just sort of evolves from that. The idea of them being in a circle, that was sort of a very early idea. That was basically written from day one. That's what was going to happen.
Yeah.
They were all going to be like that.
So like when you look at every chord card, it's not just a matter of you've done a design and then written a quote around it. It's like the quote ties in with your design. And
the quote completely influences the design.
Although it looks simple in design, it's very intricate in thought. And
sort of. I think this was definitely one of the most sort of involving bits of design I've ever worked on.
Yeah,
I put so much of myself into this design because my name was going on the box for one thing. I just wanted everything to be as good as I could make it.
Well, I feel privileged to have my name on the box, to be honest, because this is all you. This is all Oban Jones. Yeah, I'm lucky to have my name on there. This is like my ideal deck. It really is. It's become my favorite deck, especially when I got it in hand. Like, you know, when you're excited when you see the design process, you can't wait to get hold of them. But when I got them, I didn't expect to be that kind of, you know, happy and excited with them. I think they couldn't have turned out any better, to be honest.
I squealed like a girl, honestly, when I opened the box.
We were talking earlier about, you know, like uncut sheets. I know we've not seen them yet, but how cool is that going to look with all those chord cards?
Insanely, I think. Is probably the best.
Can't wait to see those. So there might be something else with it. There might be another one, but we shouldn't really talk about that.
No. Keep that stum for now.
And I really like that we got your little logo here, and then mine here too. That's nice.
Yeah, I was pretty smitten about that. I felt pretty. That was quite a nice little honour because I didn't put those on there. That was something you knobheads put on afterwards. You sneaked it in there.
Yeah, a little surprise for you. See, I was worried because I was looking for your like logo and stuff, but I wasn't sure if that was your logo or not because you've got so many. Because you design constantly.
I get bored really easily and go, what time is it? 4 o'clock. Time for a new logo, I think.
Yeah.
Swip one out before dinner.
Oh yeah, we also talked about like marking these at one point, but I think it's such a beautiful deck that it didn't need it. You know, we didn't need to convolute it with trickery and, you know, things like that. I think this deck should be appreciated for what it is, which is a beautiful deck of playing cards rather than a trick packet, you know, a trick deck.
There's things to mess with. But there's things to leave alone. And it got to a point with this where I was like, if I do any more work on this, I'm just going to start making it worse. I sort of reached the top of where I thought I could get it to.
We spent a lot of time on this deck as well. I mean, what was it about? Like 6 months longer?
Yeah, easily 6 months.
Well, we spoke about it when we first, about a year ago.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a year, maybe it is a year, I don't know.
Yeah, to be fair, from sort of first conversations to making the final little tweaks a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Or not a couple of months ago, not long ago. It's probably not too far under a year.
Yeah. There's something else I did, like when they were printed. I'm not sure if we spoke about. So, you know, we'd have been asleep as like night and day kind of thing.
Yeah.
I organised the printing order so that when you open it, all the black cards are in the bottom half, and all the red cards are in the top half. Because like black night and red day, etc. You know. That's something that you don't usually see with a deck of playing cards, but kind of works for this deck. You know.
Yeah. No, that's subtle. That's subversive. That is.
Well, that's me.
Yeah.
So I think we spoke for long enough, and we've recorded.
Yeah.
I don't think we've hinted on the next thing, but so you've got another bunch of decks of playing cards lined up that we're not going to talk about right now. But
No, we'll do a wink, wink, nudge, nudge kind of thing. But
yeah,
leave it there. Leave it there.
And whoever's listening and watching this, Oban Jones is he's the man. You'll see when you get this deck. You see why we have him and why we love him. I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to stop recording. Now everybody can watch this video, and they can now go and buy the sleepers.
Get him.
All right, I'll speak to you soon, man.
All right, yeah, good speaking to you, man.